All right, let's do some Salt Lake City, okay? It's gonna be episode or season 6, episode 15, Opas and Outburst. All right, so we start off with Angie running into breakfast, literally. This is day 3 of the Greece trip in Santorini. Everybody's hungover, grabbing breakfast, but she ran into the service guy who was carrying all the food. So what is this, like accident number 2 so far with Angie being on these different outings with the ladies? Because remember the first one was on the boat or whatever. I can't remember did she have any one other ones, but anyway. Um, Meredith is in good spirits this morning. We're gonna start a fresh new day. Um, we had fun last night, so hopefully this is how we can keep the rest of the trip going, you know what I'm saying? While she's in a good mood. So this was actually pretty cute. It was a photo shoot gifted by Angie. It was the flying dresses photo shoot. Getting tongue tied here, my bad. But basically, it's these like really long maxi dresses, and they go up to the like a good scenery, pick a good background, and take nice pictures of everybody. So that was really cute and nice. They all participated. Everybody loved it. They all look good, good, decent for the most part. Mary, I'm not a Pentecostal person, Baptist, okay, by birth, but Pentecostal peoples, is y'all supposed to be covering your arms? So I'm like, why did Mary cover her stuff up like that? But I mean, she do show her arms though, so I don't know. Maybe it was the breast thing. Maybe, I don't know, too much cleavage or something. But yeah, is that a Pentecostal thing where you gotta like be modest in your wear? I don't know. I have to do some research on that. But anyway, while Meredith was getting her turn on her photo shoot, Whitney just pointed out that you guys noticed, well, mostly to Heather. She's talking to Heather, but Bronwyn was sitting there, so she's eavesdropping a little bit, which never works out in Bronwyn's favor. But anyway, she's like, yeah, you see that Meredith is so happy. Like, oh my God, this is so nice. Like, yes. How long do you think it's going to last? And Heather was like, girl, probably like till tomorrow, okay? With her pattern, you just never know. And once the photo shoot was over, the ladies decide to split up in 2 different groups. One is going to go get some food, get some lunch, and the other one is going to go to the spa. So I don't know about the ladies that's going to the spa, if they can actually listen to the signs that they walking past and reading, because it was telling them they got to be quiet entering the room. And we know Lisa is pretty much one of the main loud ones. Meredith, while you talking, girl, you can go there. And Heather, don't ever shut up. And the other ladies who went to eat was only Whitney, Bronwyn, and Mary. And of course, Whitney brings up her and Meredith, like, oh my God, we was wearing the same. They both wore the same color blue dress. And, she was being nice to me. We walked in together. She held the door, like it was a moment. And of course, Mary was like, I mean, I don't know. Y'all can you might think that it's all good and stuff, but I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm still, looking at her with the side eye. And Whitney was like, yeah, I know what you mean, because I mean, you met my dad before, right, Mary? Because he did go to her church for a minute trying to, get his stuff together. Whitney's like, the things that he would do under the influence, or rather coming down, withdrawing, things like that, it makes people act certain ways, okay? Sporadic, outbursts, mood swings, anger, sad, happy, manic. And she's like, I don't know, like, it's just so similar. I don't know what Meredith, she being cool right now, but I don't see some things, and I'm starting to see a pattern here. So I don't know. And Brown, of course, is kind of either agreeing or disagreeing, whatever, indifferent. And we'll just see how it goes. I don't know. Mary kind of get a little bit too deep off in this conversation. Like, she getting all super emotional to where she's crying, saying that she think that Meredith need help. and she just don't know what to do to help her. And I'm looking like, really, Mary? I don't know. Like, I know, like, Meredith do be spazzing out. Okay, we all can agree with that. But this right here, see, if I was Meredith, I see why she mad. Because how y'all gonna be all over the goddamn cameras trying to say that I'm an alcoholic, pill popper, drug abuser, or whatever the case? Like, come on now. She needs help. Is this gonna be an intervention, something in Meredith you want to be ahead? And now Brown wasn't gonna say to him, well, I'm concerned about something too. And they like, what? What? Well, I went to New York, me and Todd, and we just happened to be out and about, and we saw Seth. Like, we ran into Seth. And they like, what? Yeah, and it was he was with a lady friend out there eating dinner or lunch or something. And I ain't really, I ain't say nothing, I ain't think two and two together. But now that she acting all erratic and things like that, maybe that, Seth is doing some things and she may possibly know of these things, or rumored to these things, or intuition to these things. And maybe, that could be something that she's going through, is, a deep relationship problem. Because it's like, dang, every time we confront her with stuff or ask her about something, or, talking to her, it's always defensive or deflecting, right? So what, like, or, straight to anger, right? So maybe it's problems with Seth. It might not necessarily be the drug and alcohol. It could be Seth, and her relationship might be. Man, I tell you, Brittany just can't catch a break. Like, we go over to the spa and we see the ladies. I don't even know what this was. Like a walking pool, we're gonna call it. And they're walking in the pool, just going around like a little maze, little circle, I guess you want to call it. And Brittany comes and she's like, whoa, so they're like, oh, shh, because you're supposed to be quiet, right? And then she got a little cup, like maybe some tea or something, and she's, all bubbly, and she starts to splash the ladies, splish, splash, woo, and they're like, oh my God, what is wrong with Brittany? She's so immature. Like, what the heck? We don't have to do our hair. We're about to go out tonight and we have to redo our hair and this and that. Oh my God, get splashing my hair, get my hair wet. Like, girl. It's like, she's what Meredith said. She's probably never even been to a spa. Like, listen, Brittany just can't catch a break. Everything she do is just so annoying to everybody. I guess Brittany just ruins everything at this point, because they moved from the walking pool to like a little lounge area, and you're supposed to be quiet. Okay? So they thought that we could whisper, and we whisper to each other, right? Whisper turns into just little talk like this, so that, we can still talk to each other, especially at this point, because now we're halfway arguing with each other about who loves each other kids more, or who gets to see their kids more, who's a better mom at this point. We're just going to call it like, who's the best mom? Be quiet. Dang dog want to bark because he hear people walking around. Jeez-o, peas-o. But anywho, it was pretty much, who started the conversation? It was Lisa. She the one that broke it open to say, why, to Brittany, why did you splash Meredith's hair? Okay? Or Angie's hair. Not Meredith's hair. Angie's hair. Either one. Somebody, they both got splashed, actually. And Angie's like, yeah, it took me a whole hour to straighten my whole hair to get it all ready and everything. And now it's all sticky and icky and crusty. Like, look at this. Ugh, disgusting, disgusting. I hope Meredith really didn't poop in the pool. I'm hoping that was really jokes. Okay. And she's like, well, girl, I mean, you a professional. You a hairstylist. I mean, girl, you know how to fix the shit and all this stuff, right? And they're like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, why would you do some stuff like that? It was just so immature and this and this and that. and you just ruin everything. And the lady comes through and she's like, guys, we got some complaints going on. Can you guys shh? And they're like, okay, sorry. But why would you do this and throw back the hair and it's a little... And I'm like, oh, Lord, yeah, they was definitely about to get kicked out. Arguing back and forth with Brittany. It was Angie versus Brittany versus Lisa, because Lisa's the one that started it. And then she brings Meredith into the picture because, you know, it was Mother's Day the other day. And nobody got to, well, not to say nobody got to talk to the kids, but Brittany did not get to talk to her daughters or whatever. So she brings it up like, dang, you know, I was looking for a call or a text, and they never did. Okay. So that's what she was in her feels about, just trying to express it to the group. But whenever she has an announcement, ding, 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 and all this stuff, it always falls flat. So the girls is like, girl, we don't care, whatever you got to say, basically. And plus, you told us, like, and Lisa basically said, well, it's your fault that the dang kids don't talk to you and all that stuff for like 3 years and all this, whatever. Because now we're bringing back up old stuff, right? Because you said this about my Meredith now. You said this about, why would you, when I was in my fields about talking to Brooks, you say something nasty to me. Like, that was disrespectful. And she's like, oh, well, whatever. I was just trying to relate to you a little bit. I was trying to, or just saying that I haven't talked to my kids or whatever. And even though Brittany doesn't think the two can compare the two different situations, you know, she hasn't talked to her kids in a number of years versus Meredith, who get to see her kid all the time, every day, all day. So what do you mean? Like, two different situations going on here. But yet here you go, Lisa, like, well, girl, you don't want to put yourself in that situation. And Brittany like, well, no, I didn't. And here you go, Lisa, well, yeah, you did, because you the one that told us that you put the men before the kids and you was doing this and doing that. So what? Your fault. Oh, okay, well, I was just trying to open up to you guys and be vulnerable and da. But like, you guys just gonna throw everything back in my face, basically, like using everything against me. And then basically they throwing it back in her face, and that's what you're doing into Meredith. Everything that she... And Brittany says, what she say? Meredith, no, because you get to see your kids every day and all this stuff, so you ain't missing a dang phone call for Brooks didn't hurt you as bad as what I'm going through. And here go Meredith. Oh, what? See, you disrespectful. I cannot be around you. Oh, get her away from me. I have got to go. I am leaving. She is disgusting. Like, why would you say that? I work very, very hard with my children, our relationships. And so Meredith gonna storm her butt on out there. Here come the lady. Shh, can you guys be quiet? And they're like, oh, I can't believe it. Brittany, why would you do this? And they like, listen, let's just go before the lady keeps coming to shush us, because at this point, we is being too loud and we about to get kicked out. But yeah, Brittany, you ruining everything. So, you know, all the ladies are back together at the house now, and Whitney is giving Heather the rundown on lunch. How it was a sad lunch because her and Mary and Brown was over there crying, talking about Meredith. And she like, for real? Like, what's going on? How, you know, they just so concerned about her behavior and what's going on. And Heather was like, I mean, okay. Like, I'm surprised that Alila Mary said something, but interesting, because, you know, obviously she's been noticing that Meredith has been off. She's just not the same Meredith that we first met. Now, for us as viewers, wouldn't we say this is the Meredith that we first met? Like, I know Jen Shaw was all popping off here and there when she was here, so she was kind of the erratic one. But if we run the tape back, don't you think Meredith was acting erratic like too? And I think Jen Shaw actually admitted that she was popping a few while she was drinking. So that's, you know, why she was doing such things. So I'm just saying. I would say, how did Lisa all of a sudden get so spiritual? As she said, I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual because she loves trees. She loves talking to trees. She got trees at home. It looked like some oversized bushes, but whatever, mini trees or something. And she actually has a personal grounding area in her house or at the house, like in the backyard somewhere. I don't know. I kind of missed on where the location was with that. So Heather was joking with her, calling her a hippie and all this stuff. But yeah, interesting fact about Lisa. So they on the sprinter bus, mind you, on their way to dinner. And Lisa segues that little tree conversation into sickness. Like, yeah, remember everybody was sick on the boat or something. Whoever was sick on the boat, like Angie was sick. She got seasick and all that stuff. But she was like, Brittany, but you was sick because you was drinking. Excuse me. And Brittany was like, what? She's like, yeah. You kept going into the bathroom, going into the room, and you was guzzling on down, girl, and then you kept throwing up and throwing up and throwing up because you was just drinking all day and drinking everywhere. Are you an alcoholic? And Brittany was like, girl, what? Where is this coming from? I'm so confused. Are you trying to start something here? Like, what's your MO? And Lisa like, well, I'm just saying, like, because I heard somebody had said that, you was drinking a whole bunch on the boat. And that's why you was being sick or whatever. It wasn't like the seasickness. It was because you was drunk. And they flash back to a scene when it was Lisa and Meredith. Well, Meredith was in her bath having a conversation. And it was Meredith who said that somebody told her, I'm guessing somebody from the boat or just, I don't know, but somebody told her that they saw Brittany drinking a lot and throwing up at the same time. So when Brittany asked, like, okay, well, who said it and all this stuff, Lisa, of course, is not going to say who said it. Like, but, and yeah, everybody looking like Whitney, like, what is this? Where is this going? I think I forgot to point it out, but if y'all keep watching Bronwyn and her confessionals, I can't remember what episode it was, but we're gonna count maybe 1, 2, 3 episodes back, maybe 4. When she first came out with the long little hairdo, it was a different outfit in the confessional, I believe. But then she switched off to this yellow getup that she got going on, and it was totally see-through, and you could see her nips. I was like, girl, Bronwyn out here showing the nips. Okay, got that long hair, don't care. For real. Then as the next episode came on, and then it was like they disappeared or whatever, like somewhere along the line it just disappeared, so it just kind of looked like yellowish, or did she put something under it, like I don't know, or did they blotch it out CGI style? And then the next episode she got the little necktie in a big old bow and it's leaning down even further. And now on this one, it's all the way leaning down further, covering up the nips, but it's still the same see-through shirt. So I don't know. Sorry, I just wanted to point that out real quick because I'm like, dang, am I the only one that's noticing the wardrobe? Because I was like, oh shoot, we can see the nipples, and they had to hurry up and go back and revamp and retwamp. But anywho, while they are at dinner, they finally made it to the restaurant. Bronwyn gets a call like, oh, shoot, it's an emergency, kind of emergency. Like, it's not enough to where she has to leave, but her mom was in the process of moving while she was going on this trip. So Todd, I guess like the last day for the sign off or whatever was happening. And I think she was freaking out a little bit. She's had this house for years, and none of the kids was there, with her for Mother's Day and all this stuff. So Bronwyn's feeling all that guilty. It's crap that, she be feeling with her mama. But she's grateful that she has Todd because this is the side that nobody gets to see, where he's so good and generous and grateful and all this stuff, to go over there and help mama out while she over here in Greece. Say Mary licking this, what is it? Grease vodka, grease punch, grease something with this alcohol that they be drinking. Like I said, deliasis or whatever. Okay, well they weren't even saying it. They were saying another little word. Well, Opa. And Mary like, ooh, I don't know, it's a acquired taste, we'll say. I mean, I never had it. And they was like, do you sip it? You know, I sip it. Do you shot it? And they like, well, I just sip it. And Mary like, I just lick it. Like, girl, just sip, put it down. So, you know, after the licky of Mary over there, Brittany just straight out asked Lisa, like, so why do you think I'm alcoholic? Like, why did you say that? Where did this come from? Who said it? And she said, I don't know, just, you know, whatever. And Meredith was like, well, hell, I'm the one who said it, shit. And she's like, okay, well, then who told you? Well, I don't know. I heard through the grapevine. Okay, well, what's going on? Like, why, you know, this doesn't make any sense. She said, was it my roommate? And Bronwyn was sitting there. Like I said, whatever Bronwyn be saying stuff, it kind of doesn't really always go too well. But she says, well, listen, I never said that you was no alcoholic or nothing. Meredith asked me, did I see you throwing up? I told her, yeah. We share a room. We share a bathroom. I seen her throwing up. I didn't see her drinking and stuff, or I didn't assume that it was because of alcoholic or nothing like that. I just answered the question. So Meredith over here spinning, which right, Lisa is bringing it up. So now they're like, yeah, this is crazy because Whitney over there was calling you alcoholic, pill popper, and you're not going after her and all this stuff. And all of a sudden now I say one, two little things, and now it's just the whole attack on Brittany. And now I'm the alcoholic, and I'm this, and I'm that. And Whitney was like, yeah, because this is a little bit crazy how this is all happening right now. Like, I don't like it. Like, basically telling them, like, I don't like this. It's going a little bit too far. Y'all getting a little bit too disrespectful for my liking because now y'all using her. You know, Brittany don't like y'all using her abuse or whatever, using her, well, not abuse because it wasn't abuse in this case, but using her situations as an example. Like, she'll, you know, say, don't do me. At least Whitney will tell you that. Basically, they get Lisa to apologize for calling Brittany an alcoholic, which she does, and Brittany just says, okay, fine, I take it. But I'm like, what the? So this ending of them getting kicked out the damn restaurant because all they want to do is argue instead of eat their dang food. I mean, someone was eating. I know Mary was back there getting her eat down because she wasn't part of this conversation. Because Brittany's like, I mean, you know, Heather was basically coming for Brittany's aid here, okay? Like, you guys just, the pile up on Brittany is like, it's getting a little bit too much at this point. And, you know, she's taking it, she's holding it in stride, but I don't really like it. So I'm just trying to, you know, let y'all know that, I mean, Brittany, you know, she actually does a lot. You know, she was on this show, she was in this movie, she was on Broadway. Like, you know, quite frankly, she's probably the more accomplished one out of all of us. And everybody was cool and agreeing and said, hey, cool, until she said that. Because Brown was like, I mean, more accomplished than all of us. Like, what does that mean? Like, why are you putting this, you know, is there levels to this? One better than the other? And she's like, no, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying, like, you know, like, she's not just some random lady who just ain't got nothing going for herself. Like, you know, she do got some accolades and, you know, and they like, oh, well, I mean, I got what Meredith say? I got a fashion award. And Lisa, well, I did this and I did that. Well, over here, me. And Whitney's like, I mean, come on now, guys. Y'all getting ridiculous, arguing. Like, y'all letting Brittany get to y'all like these? Who is more accomplished and what got where and where? Like, come on now. But I got what Heather was trying to say. Then they flip it on Heather here because, yeah, why are you standing up for her like this? This was Mary speaking. Why you Brittany mouthpiece now? She can't speak for herself. And everybody's like, yeah, Meredith or Heather, we know this every time. You the one always standing up for her. What's up with that? What's up with that? And she's like, I'm just trying to give her a bone here. Like, come on now. I'm not trying to speak up for her. Nothing like that. That wasn't, no. And they trying to tell her how it comes off to them and this and that. And they try to throw in a comparison and say, just like Lisa and Meredith. How we told Lisa to step her ass back so that Meredith can actually speak up for herself. Let Brittany speak up for herself. She can talk. She do it all the time. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but y'all don't really give her the chance. And that's why she ended up crying. And then she don't say nothing. And she just keep crying. But anyway. So Heather does a little apology back down. Like, okay, I see what y'all saying. But that's not what my intentions was. But okay. And Whitney was like, I mean, y'all can't necessarily compare Lisa and Meredith to Heather and Brittany because two different things. And here we go, as she's starting to explain said differences. Here go Lisa. No, you're not going to do this. Me and Meredith are friends, and we're doing this, we're made up, and we're this and that, and I don't speak up for her, and Meredith can talk for herself, and she can stand and Whitney's like, goodness gracious, Lisa, I did not even get a chance to explain myself so that you can hear to hear the differences that I was trying to say. And here they go. It's some waiters sitting there on the side. Just to watching. And the one, he go over there to the table and he like, what the ladies, I don't know the Greek accent. I guess it's something that they look like this, a little, whatever. But the restaurant is closed. And you guys got to go. So they're like, okay, whatever, okay, we're going to go. And they kept going on and on. He said, no, like right now. You got to go. Here go Angie. No, this is my country. What are you talking about? And they're like, no, he kicking us out. Ooh, man, as soon as they left too, he said, Lord, da. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to offend, but it translates to thank God they left. I said, you know what? You should add the bitches to that because that's what they was acting straight up. They cannot not anywhere they go. It's just part of the show. Okay, every week we go to dinner, it's time to fight. Every dinner we go to the party, it's time to fight. Like, it just goes down in the dinner. Anywho, talked enough. Salt Lake City. See y'all later. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. We still got some more left. Few more episodes and then the reunion. So, good season so far. I mean, it's ending all right. We got to figure out Meredith and, this Brittany thing going on with the ladies. Lisa and Mary. I'm going to watch the cult show, but I'm not going to talk about it like on YouTube or nothing because I'm just going to watch it. But I already told y'all, like 3 seasons ago, when Mary had came back, whatever that season was that Mary had came back, it was either 4 or 5. She was like, they was coming for her. I can't remember, was it Lisa? No. Lisa came at her in like season 2. But that season 4 or 5, I think it was Whitney who had came at her this time. And I was like, it's something ain't right. I'm like, somebody coming for her. Yeah, this is what it amounts to, this little special. But I'm going to watch it. And, see y'all later. Bye.